Alright, I want to make a video here because it's been a little bit since I made a YouTube video over the Whistler scanner. I don't have no other one right here, like I don't have no other Uniden here. I can get my hand on a Uniden BCD396XT to test out. I could probably get my hands on that. I don't know anybody that has a Uniden BCD 436 HP. I don't know anybody personally that would let me do videos on it, but here's some local DMR ham radio talking going on the local talk group too here in Terre Haute. But here you go.
I was watching what was it? I don't even remember what it was. A John Wayne flick. And I'd seen it a few times in the past, but I had to actually shut it off. It was just going too long. I wasn't ready for it. Now, with that said, and this is no statement on John Wayne, I switched to Clint Eastwood, but it was Dirty Harry Clint Eastwood. And I watched that movie just fine. No problems. I didn't have any problem watching that movie. I'll have to go back to John and get through that. I just wasn't in the mood that day. But it was different, you know, it's not like they are today.
I am a big fan of both John Wayne and Clint Eastwood. But I would have to say that the percentage of movies I like by Clint Eastwood is higher than the percentage of movies I like by John Wayne. But I like the John Wayne movies that I like better. You know, and that comes from my dad. He was a big John Wayne fan, and we sat down and watched those. And although he liked Clint Eastwood too, but having said that, I do really like Dirty Harry, Magnum Force, and The Enforcer. The other two they're okay, but not quite as good as the first three.
All right, absolutely. Well, I didn't watch hardly any Clint Eastwood until I was out of high school. Main purpose of that was they didn't show it on Family Classics on WGN. They showed John Wayne, but, you know, Clint Eastwood, and I don't know this for all of his catalog, but, you know, some of them were a little bit more violent. You can't edit those down and still get what it's all about. I mean, John Wayne, there was shooting and people getting shot, but not like in some of these Clint Eastwood movies.
Well, absolutely. I think that you can tell that where John Wayne's career was ending, Clint Eastwood's was really starting to pick up, and kind of the difference in style of movies. You know, growing up, my brothers also influenced me to like Clint Eastwood. So it was, you know, High Plains Drifter and Outlaw Josie Wales and just lost the other one that I'm real fond of. But, you know, and they were definitely a little more violent. Hang 'em High. It's not the Pale Rider. Pale Rider, I think, is my favorite. And definitely more violent than the John Wayne's. A little more, I don't know if it's more realistic, but it seems to be what would be a little more realistic.
Yeah, I got kids. I got a little boy keeps bumping my arm, so don't mind. And I know you hear him in the background. And
yeah, I think the most violent thing Family Classics ever showed was Robin Hood, the Errol Flynn Robin Hood.
And if you look in the background, I know you can see a Great Dane back there running around. Right now I got my scanner hooked up to a laptop,
that's what we usually watched on Sunday afternoon.
doing some programming.
Cups game, but of course, Family Classics was mostly a winter, spring program anyhow.
Well, my dad wasn't much of a sports fan, except for maybe Al Unser in the 500. But and
My baby.
back then he loved war movies. As he got older, he didn't like those near as much, but he always loved these westerns. And you know, John Wayne, no, yes, it was John Wayne, but Big Jake and True Grit, things like that. You know, that was a staple. If those were on, he could just stop the TV right there and be happy. The other things he watched with us, I don't know if you ever saw, why did I just lose the name of it? The Chinese detective guy. Suddenly I can't think of it. Number One Son. A lot of that, and we watched a lot of pro wrestling. I can't think of his name now either. And once in a while, I don't know if you've ever caught me, probably not, but I'll often refer to Clinton as Honorable Son Number 1. What was his name? Something Chinese. As soon as I unkeyed, I remembered it. It was Charlie Chan. That's Charlie Chan. You know, and, you know, interestingly enough, never played by a Chinese guy. The guy that I remember the most that played him was Ross Martin, who played on Wild Wild West. Played Artemis Gordon. And, you know, as a kid, I knew both shows, but I didn't realize it was the same guy.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. It seems like I've watched one.
that's DMR. I'm still over here doing this. I'm using one hand that camcord
I know I've seen it.
while I'm over here messing with the programming over
I
here.
tried to show the kids the Lone Ranger.
But
And some
yeah, there's some
cartoon they
DMR.
watched had a black and white section. And the kids, this cartoon apparently did it a couple times, and the kids didn't like it. It wasn't entertaining.
Okay.
Whatever it was they did.
And this is the
So I
Whistler.
tried to show them the Lone Ranger. And they said, no, I don't want to watch that.
That's the
And, yeah,
Whistler
but you can see
ws1080
the opening
HP.
credits was in black and white. And it wasn't that because it was old, it's because
I'm all shaky, I'm sorry.
cartoon that was boring. So
Not a bad radio.
in a couple months, see if I can get them to watch Lone Ranger.
Pretty
I
good
think
radio.
they enjoy it.
But
I loved Lone Ranger.
hopefully you guys enjoyed this
And
video.
that was just, you know, that was a childhood staple.
And
I loved my cartoons, but Lone Ranger was better.
till next time,
Batman TV series.
you guys enjoy. If there's anything you want to see or something, you know, just let me know here on YouTube. You know, leave a comment. We got a new system getting ready to come up here in Indiana, which is the true P25 system. Right now we're on Smart Zone. You know, so just let me know if there's something you guys want to see, and I'll try to work on, you know, helping you guys let you see it or answer any questions.